Michael, hello, good morning
Good
to
morning to you,
you.
Robin, in sunny St Albans there.
I tell you what, St Albans is amazing at this time of year.
It
I
must
know
be.
the rest of the UK are suffering from, snow and ice and cold and flood. But here in, sunny St Albans, just wonderful. I mean, as
I
you
th-
can see
yeah, your
behind me,
pool's looking very good.
yeah, the St Albans beach, the pool. I had the pool boy specially open it for me. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all pretty good.
And was boot camp a
Actually,
bit sweaty?
boot camp was very sweaty. Yes, I actually was in the gym this morning, just so you know. Trying to keep up my physique.
When you
Um,
say this morning, what time is it there now in St Albans? What time is it?
in St Albans, it's about 1 o'clock in at lunchtime. So
All
it's
right.
what 9 o'clock for you. Right?
Yeah,
St
9 o'clock.
Albans is St Albans is 4 hours ahead of the rest of the UK.
All right. That's why my eyes look dead because I've actually just woke up after a late turn. But yeah.
Ah, right. So
Ooh.
that's my backdrop, sunny St Albans. I'm not kind of sure what your backdrop is.
Well,
What are you trying to say?
just bottling it really. Just thought I'd just piss you off a little bit because I can.
Oh,
I knew you were going to be in St Albans, so I just thought I'd get a bottle opener. Well, yeah, just so
I,
you can.
I, I see. Okay, fair enough. Um, yes, well, actually, it's a bit sad because I've always been under the illusion, ever since I was a small child, that the league was actually decided on Christmas Day. Whoever is top on Christmas wins the league. But somebody's pointed out to me that actually is not quite true, and it doesn't get decided till May. So yes, I was out celebrating wildly our great league victory on the 25th of December. But yeah, it's all dampened down now.
There is another little statistic I've got that I could put up here. That one. Oh, it doesn't
Right, I
show.
can't see the top of your screen, but
No, it doesn't.
something's 93% and
Yeah,
something's down to 48%.
yeah. That's how many times you've been leading and not won the championship, not won the league.
What,
It's not
93% of that time playing
90% of the
football?
time you've been at the top. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to put the other one back because it's not worked. But hold on, where's my other one? Yeah, yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got to say to you that so at the moment I'm actually in Fujairah,
Are
which
you? I
is on
thought it was
the
St Albans. Oh, blimey.
on the Indian Ocean, which is the opposite side of the United Arab Emirates to Dubai. It's about an hour and a half. Just come here for like 3 days, hour and a half. Dubai is a bit way too hectic, hectic a pace for me. Um, and I noticed that every time I'm in Dubai and Arsenal play, they lose.
Do you know what?
So it was about, I don't know, a couple of seasons ago, Ollie and I stayed up, and because of the time difference, the 4 hour time difference, so we stay up to midnight for the start of the game, and we're in a bar in a hotel, and we played Crystal Palace, and we absolutely battered, I think 3-0 or 3-1. And then there was another game we lost when I was here. This time, I get here, and our first game is against West Ham, which also was on at just after midnight here. So I had to stay up till 2 in the morning to watch us batter West Ham but not score and lose 2-0, almost 3-0 when Rice gave away a penalty. So I'm actually convinced that part of the deal of buying Rice is we have to give them league points. So I thought, okay, we didn't play too badly. Then we played Fulham, and Fulham completely, we went one up, and Fulham completely outplayed us, totally deserved to win. So that was that. And then we play Liverpool in the Cup on Sunday. So I'm all excited about that, thinking, here's a chance to bounce back. Again, fantastic first half, can't score. In the end, Liverpool run out, kind of easy 2-0 victory. So
Didn't
I
you score?
think I need, no, we didn't score. I
It's not
need
a
to
goal, wasn't
come. We scored an own goal. Yes. We helped. We thought we can't score one up the other end. Why not help out Liverpool and score one in our own net?
it?
Which I thought was unbelievably generous of us.
Bit of
And that's
charity.
something I think we should probably stop. But we also wore the all white shirt, which I know they do for a good reason because it's kind of, get rid of the red, which is a knife crime thing. And it's very good. But the two times we've worn it that I remember, both in the FA Cup, we both lost. So maybe the white kit should never appear again. But anyway, that's the story of Arsenal. Everyone says we have to buy a striker. I'm not so convinced of that. I think we just have to have the people we've got score goals. It's like we can't go and buy somebody just to rely on. Oh well, we've got someone; they're going to score goals. And anyway, who can Arsenal buy this January? No one really.
No, I mean Spurs have gone off and bought that waste of space, so you've lost him.
You see, I liked him when he played for Chelsea. I thought actually he was a really good player, just unlucky. And he got off to a bad start. If he gets off to a good start for Spurs, he could be quite a threat. We maybe need to be thinking about him as one of our fantasy picks.
Who sent the picture yesterday? It was Rob.
Oh, that was brilliant. Tottenham have got the big goal ready for Timo Werner's debut. But the other player that comes back to the league this weekend that people should consider for maybe a captain's pick, would be a bit weird, but Claire would massively endorse this, is Tony is back. And he's been banging them in. He's been banging them in behind closed doors.
Who's he going to play for though? Because is he going to be on the transfer market where they don't want to get him injured?
No. They can't. They can't. They're in trouble. They can't afford to sell him this January. They're at home to Forest, so I think they're a good bet for Tony scoring, definitely.
Well, we've got to talking of teams. Then we've got to do something with our team, Diamond Dogs, who I'd like to say got 75 points last time out, 32 with Salah as captain. Because Haaland,
same as me, I got 75, but I still got a red arrow. It's like the highest score I've got for ages, and I just can't. I can't buy her.
They got 75, and let's look at my stats here. Diamond Dogs are 45th.
Yeah,
I'm back up to 13th, so I'm doing all right.
I noticed that. Congratulations. You're not that far off the top. Less than 100 points. Always good at the second half of the season.
Long throw at 83rd, so they've gone right down there, second or third from the bottom. Robbins, let's have a look. How far down is this? Oh dear, I've got to get the old mining gear out. 62nd.
62nd. Yeah, but that's an improvement over my 67. I am. Until last week, I was going in the right direction.
Yeah, but Diamond Dogs have beaten you.
I cannot buy points. I just can't. It doesn't matter what I do. It backfires, But anyway, I've got good plans for this weekend.
Well, it just goes to show that you didn't fiddle it for the last few years.
Exactly. Yes. This is the real me.
But obviously you're out there, you're going to have trouble sharing your screen or whatever. But we've got to do something with Diamond Dogs and everyoun's got to do something.
Are you able to share your screen then?
No, because I'm not actually.
I'd have to let you, wouldn't I? And I couldn't find this the other. Oh, share. Hang on.
Don't worry, you just have to waffle through it. This is going to be the podcast.
Everything on your screen, including it, will be recorded.
Don't worry, it's technology. No. Don't worry about it.
Technology is not working.
Nah, and you're an IT expert. So we've got to get rid. We've got one player, obviously, in the African Cup, Salah. So we've got to get rid of him. So if we've got two transfers, we can get rid of. We've obviously got to get rid of him. Who do we want to replace with? We've also got Bowen and Haaland on yellows. But Haaland's 50%. You might as well keep him. He's going to be back in a second. Bowen's 50% with an ankle injury. But when do they play? Because it's a funny one. West Ham don't play till the 21st.
No, so you've got another week.
Yeah.
This weekend we've got. What have we got? We've got. So actually, shout out to everybody. The fixture, Luton's been brought forward by a day to Friday night with a 7:45 kickoff p.m.
It does say that. It does say that on the thing. Yeah, if people look on fantasy does say Friday the 12th of January.
Okay, yeah, because mine is now set to Dubai time, so mine says 23:45.
Yeah,
So
well,
might miss the deadline, but so the deadline I think is 6:15 on. Is that
yes,
right?
yeah, Friday the 12th of January, 6:15. Yeah,
6:15, and we've got Burnley 4 versus Luton 4. That's going to be a cracking game.
4 all.
I think so. Yeah,
God, that's
yeah,
an Alban Sun's gone to your head, hasn't it?
it
God,
has. And then on Saturday, Chelsea, Fulham, Newcastle, Man City.
yeah.
Sunday is Everton, Villa, Man U, Spurs, and then there's a week before the next round of fixtures. So
How lucky are you if you don't play till the next week?
we should think of whoever we pick as captain,
Yeah.
either the captain or the vice captain should play this weekend, and the vice versa should play next weekend. Just so, in case there's been any injury issues or whatever.
Right. So if we get rid of Salah, I'll do this off screen afterwards or whatever. I'll change it over.
Okay, so how much money have we got to replace? Because a load of people are going to be replacing Salah and Son, definitely. And
Well,
then
we've only
there's
got
one
to
or
get rid of Salah.
two others.
We've only got to get rid of him, and that leaves us with 14.1 million.
Okay.
So basically, you can buy whoever you want. But
so De
choice
Bruyne is coming back, but I don't think he's going to get much game time.
well, they have said they're not going to play him this weekend.
Kevin De Bruyne?
Yeah, they have said that
Okay.
him and Haaland possibly won't be playing this week. And if he does, he'll only be coming on as sub or whatever anyway, won't he?
And he's not going to play 90 minutes. We want a player who's going to play 90 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Who are you thinking about in midfield?
well, I'm thinking either we've got McGinn, but that would put us with 2 Villa in the middle because Villa haven't got a bad run. They've got where are they? They've got Everton this weekend, Newcastle the one after, then Sheffield. So they haven't got too bad.
No.
Palmer for Chelsea because they've got who they got? Where the hell are they?
They're home to Fulham. A lot of people are going with Palmer. He's getting points.
Then they've got Liverpool, which obviously is tricky, but then they've got Wolves. And then the other one is Richarlison's striker, isn't it? Out of what we've got, Olisi. Is he a striker or not?
He's a Palace, isn't
he? Yeah.
Is he injured though? No.
Yes, but apparently he's got till then the second weekend, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So you've got him as a midfielder that a lot of people apparently are talking about as being very good. But what is their run? They've got Sheffield this weekend.
No, they don't play this weekend. They play Arsenal.
Oh, I'm on the wrong bloody one. Hang on. Sheffield.
Yeah.
They've got Arsenal. Then they've got Sheffield. Then they've got Brighton. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean,
of all of those, I would favour Palmer.
Yeah, I quite like Palmer. He's done
because he's in form. He's not very expensive either, right?
No, he's only five something or other.
So that's going to leave like 9. Who would you put up front then? Who have we got up front? I can't remember.
Well, we've got at the moment. So if we change, hold on, let's just change him Palmer over.
Hang on, I'm just going to have a quick look.
That leaves us with 8.4. Up front, we've got Haaland, Alvarez, and Solanke. So if we're going to Haaland's going to come up. So at the moment, we've got a whole defence, a whole midfield, and 2 strikers. So we can do 4-4-2.
So maybe we don't. Maybe we keep our powder dry on the second transfer
then. Yeah.
Because Haaland. Why have we got him as captain?
We haven't got anything yet. Who are we going as captain?
No, we got it. I'm looking at the current team, and it's got him as captain.
All right. I'm just looking
at the We're lucky we had Salah as vice captain. But anyway, It doesn't matter.
I think the theory of it, because if he didn't play, it went over to that, didn't it? That was the old theory, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a good goalie. I mean, as you say, we don't really need to do more than just swap out Salah for Palmer, maybe.
Yeah, I reckon just do that. Right. I'm going to do that. Make transfers, done. Confirm transfers, done. Pick team,
So,
done.
so who do we make as captain though?
Well done. We've got to get rid of. We're going to put a defender in. Which one's defend? Which Palace defender is better? Him. Right, we'll put
Oh
him
yeah,
in.
you're not going to want. Are you going to want two Palace defenders? That's the
No,
problem.
no,
Can't you play five in mid? Why wouldn't you play five in midfield?
because Bowen's injured. Although,
Yeah, but
yeah,
if he doesn't play in a week's time, then Haaland might might come on. There's rumours they're thinking about maybe giving him some minutes in this next game, but
right,
that's
hold
only
on.
a rumour.
Right. So if I save the
So
team, right, hang on. If I save that team, you now go to that team and have a look. I'll
yeah,
see if it'll come up as what you've got. Where I've changed it to five midfield, three in the back.
I can't. No, I can't. Unless I go into it, I don't have
All right.
the
Well,
thing at the moment.
what
But
I've put at the moment is Udogi, White, and Trippier at the back.
yeah,
Then we've got
okay.
Bowen, Gilmore, Palmer, Douglas Luiz, and Rice midfield, which is all of our midfield, and Solanke and Alvarez up front. So
Okay.
Haaland, unless we put Haaland up front, you want to take the gamble.
No, leave him on the bench. In case if he replaces somebody. So who do you want to make captain then?
That is the tricky one there. You've got um, there's no one actually stand. I mean, the one I'd end up probably doing is Douglas Luiz, but because the two strikers are against Newcastle and Liverpool, that's going to be iffy. Douglas Luiz is against Everton. Palmer's against Fulham, but then Fulham are, you just never know who's turning up
No.
at Fulham, do you?
Well, I mean, maybe Palmer then.
Do you want to go
Or
Palmer?
yeah, yeah. Should we try Palmer as captain and
Okay,
Douglas Luiz as vice captain?
okay, don't you? Let's do that. Just make captain. Douglas Luiz, make vice captain. There we go. Done. And then on the bench, we move them along. We've got forward there. We've got a goalkeeper. The goalkeepers, one of the goalkeepers is injured. Oh, Palace's Johnston. He's a bit out. Haaland's defence. Yeah, right. Done. And we've still got transfers. How much we've got? We've still got 8.4 million in the bank, which obviously you've got to keep anyway to buy Salah back when he comes back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So how long are they out for? The African Cup and the Far East Cup. Was it 4 matches?
They could be out. No, it could be like game week 25. Could be 3 or 4 weeks. Depends on how they progress.
Right.
Son in the Asian Cup, he could be in it till the final. Salah could be in it till at least the semi or the final with Egypt. So, they're definitely going to miss a few games, but there's actually not that many games in this month, so they might miss 3 or 4 games. So
Yeah,
it's too much money just to keep on the bench.
yeah. Because we can't do any difference to this team now for 2 weeks, can we? Because it's
No,
2 weeks, isn't it? Yeah, so there's no changes for next week. So
no.
our captain then, we've put as Palmer, who is playing this week, and we've put Douglas Luiz, who's Villa, who's also
Who's
playing.
also playing this week.
Well, it doesn't make any odds. Once the captain's played, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Palmer's going to play. So it's not going to make any difference.
No, no. So
Well,
the other couple of things we've got this week, starting this weekend, week 21 is the FA Cup competition, our own internal one, where 85 teams are participating. I've shared the spreadsheet with everybody. I will share it again. And basically, there's one group of 4, of which the top 2 go through, and then there's something like 27 groups of 3.
What did you just do?
What?
You just pressed something and a load of balloons went up in front of you.
I don't know. I didn't see that. That's funny.
Oh, brilliant.
It's my magic powers, Magic powers here in St Albans balloons. So we've got all these groups of 3, of which the top 1 qualifies, and the 3 best second place highest scorers will go through. So we're going to go from 85 down to 32 after this, so we're gonna shed a lot of people.
Yeah.
The long throw's in a group with George and Patrick, so I think the long throw's out. You're in with Danny and Michelle. You could win that one.
You mean could?
Ollie's in with James Turnbull, who is a Spurs fan, and he's got Cara in there as well. So it's two Arsenal v Spurs. Ollie's actually drawn James in the European Cup, so we'll come on to that. So this weekend is the round of the FA Cup, and we're going to lose something like 53 players after this weekend.
Take it down to interesting times, then, won't it? Yeah,
that makes it interesting. We're now also. I did the draw using the cheating method of deciding who plays who. No, I used the app you told me to get, the random number app. So we're down to the round of 32. So there are 16 matchups where teams will play twice. I put that out yesterday on the WhatsApp group, but I will post it up on an email this week. Those games, though, are not played until week 23, 24. So the draws have been made. Are you still in that? I know Holly is. She's playing John W.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
You're in, George Michael. I love it the way the names come up. We had Derek and Clive the other week. That was quite funny. And who else we got? Of course, I'm not in it, so I don't really care. But we got some really good matchups there. So that'll go down after week 24. That'll go down to the last 16. So we're getting closer to serious trophy time. In December, your son-in-law, he's not your son-in-law, I know. So he had a Manager of the Month award, because actually in the month of December, he actually outscored everybody. And if he keeps that up, which obviously there's always a possibility he could, if he keeps that up, he's going to close the gap, because at the moment we've got Di at the top, 9 points clear of James, and James is 9 points clear of Jack. Jack was top for quite a while, but Jack had a terrible December. So Jack is 18 points off the top, and then Ryan is 38 points off the top.
Yeah.
So,
he was here at the weekend. He was here at the weekend. I didn't hear the end of it.
Was he giving it large?
Yeah, he's a Spurs fan. What do you expect? He's actually thinking that he might win a trophy for Spurs this season.
Well, Gary did last year, winning the European Cup.
Yeah.
So
did he donate it to their trophy cabinet?
Yeah, it's actually he won it the last 2 years, so it's in their trophy cabinet. So that's basically where we are. So we've got the FA Cup coming up this weekend, as well as game week 21. We've had the draw for the European Cup, which comes up week 23 and 24. It's 2 legs. The usual rules apply, it's net scores only. So if you make any extra transfers, they come off. So it's your net score only. You can use any of the chips remaining. I think at some point we'll do an analysis of who's got what chips left, because if people have played their triple captain, their bench boost, or their free hit already this season, they could be in a false position, because there will be a lot of double game weeks coming up in the future, and they're the ones that you keep the chips for. So, there could be some changes at the top. There could be some changes near the bottom with me. Might move up. I haven't played any of my chips.
You never know. The long throw might overtake you.
The long throw may overtake me. Well,
actually, when are that? Chips.
What's that?
How are we going to do the long throw chips? Surely they've got to have a bench boost at some point.
No, we don't touch the long throw. We said they don't get anything.
They don't get any bench boost. The bench boost is probably totally injured. No. Is it totally?
They're still 80, 79, 88 points ahead of Tush.
Their bench got 8 points. They've got 3.
Too bad, but What did they
They've got
get? They got 50. They got 50 points.
yeah, they've got three that are injured. There are three that are red. That are red. So international duty, and injured. Yeah. So they're not, so this
Nice
week
one.
won't be too bad. They've got a team of nine.
The one that gets me is Fran. Fran is last but one, but he scored 97 points last week, like top score
97.
with no minus points because he didn't take any transfers. He scored 97 points. He's also in the round of 32 in the European Cup. I mean, he seems to pull out when it matters one or two really good results, and then kind of has a period of I don't know,
Oh, he captained.
awfulness.
Oh, he captained Palmer. Good shout.
Yeah,
Shout. Yeah, but he's lost two players this week.
he's
Into
lost Star and
Salah.
Salah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's got Haaland still on his bench, which is good, so he hasn't dropped him. He played the wrong goalie in putting Edison in. But
Yeah.
then again, with Man City, you're always thinking they're going to keep a clean sheet. But with West Ham, you always think they're going to concede. But the guy
Well,
saved the penalty, I think.
he'd have been over 100 if he swapped his keepers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
not bad.
so weird, eh?
Yeah, and Kush
So
ain't,
there
do-
you go.
Kush ain't doing too bad though. He's in the still in the 800s. He's only 20 or 57 behind. He was a couple hundred.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, if Kush keeps going as he is. He may not end up bottom. It's going to be
No,
interesting. It should be our long throw team, shouldn't it?
yeah. Well, they are dropping, yeah. But
And
but
that
he
would
he
prove the
caught up quite
point.
well.
If you pick a team in the beginning of the season and just leave it,
Yeah,
it's not going to do too well. But having said that, it's not bottom yet.
yeah. But and
Yeah,
actually, in fairness, it's only got one off an international duty and Alexander Arnold, who's a red injury. That's the only injuries they've had, and he only got injured this week, didn't they? So,
yeah,
and they got Visa's gone off for international duty as well. So actually, in fairness, for injuries and stuff, it hasn't done too bad as a
no.
team.
As
Um,
an aside, did you see that Henderson is desperately trying to leave Saudi Arabia?
yeah,
I
and,
think at the back of his mind, he thinks if I can get back in the Premier League, I can be in the England squad for the European
uh,
Championship because Southgate will pick him. If
yeah,
he plays in England before the summer, he's a guaranteed shoe in under Southgate's
uh,
uh, selection policy.
yeah. But if you see,
Um,
he could be losing 7 to 9 million if he comes back because if he comes back within 2 years, he doesn't get the tax-free status of his money.
but I mean, he's obviously made a lot. I mean, I was watching this morning when I was in the gym. Just remind people I was in the gym again. I was watching a lot of the highlights of the Saudi league. They were showing all the goals. The goalkeepers are hopeless. I mean, they are literally Division 8 type goalies. The strikers are just scoring loads of goals. But did you see that your ex-manager
No,
has
yeah.
I think they're almost bottom of the league. They haven't won a game for months. So he may be losing one or two hands.
That idiot,
Um,
that idiot.
that yeah, Gerard, Steven Gerrard. He's not going to be manager of the year in Saudi for sure.
No,
Um, and Henderson plays for him. So, I mean, I'm imagining that Henderson and him are having a torrid time in Saudi,
yeah,
trying to find
700,
a
700 grand
bottle
a
of
week.
beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
700 grand a week doesn't apparently make it any easier.
No, apparently it doesn't. Life is not much better if you earn all that kind of money.
No.
Anyway,
Anyway,
enough of this nonsense. I've got to get back to 10 the beach in St Albans.
I've got to show them the nice little bottler. Yeah. Um,
You won't be showing. I tell you what, you wait. Second half of the season, Gunners revival. It's
well,
coming.
that's going to be the image on the podcast for this week when I put it up on YouTube. That's going to be the front image. Because the best week we had was a Man City one, so that's going to see if we can get that one. Right, yeah.
Excellent. It was. I've got to say, it was quite funny because my granddaughter, who will be 9 next week, when she was in London, she said to Rochelle, she calls her Glammy. She said, Glammy, why has Gramps got a podcast? isn't that a bit strange? And she said, how many of your friends' granddads have got podcasts? And she went, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
So we have been discovered by the future generations of female Arsenal players.
If she doubled our viewing list, if she doubled our viewing figures though, by joining.
She's doubled our viewing, yes. I've got to try and see if I can find the end record button. This is going to be even harder.
His podcast basically is just me and you having a FaceTime chat.